Ever. Hello and welcome. We are so excited to be here. This is Jackie G and Jackie P. We are here with our compensation plan for April 2023. And this is like a college crash course. We are here doing Comp Plan 101. If you are here as a guest live, if you are here as a guest watching YouTube, text me 651-503-8314. And we want to make sure that you have a gift in store for you, because we love anybody who takes a look at Jafra, because we love everybody taking a peek and discovering what it could be. Today, we're going to talk about all things money in Jafra. So we want to show you where to find what we talk about today. So consultants, when you go into Jafra Biz and you hop under programs, the orange box, orange, you glad you joined? We're going to show you why you are glad you joined. We have two favorite. It is the Jafra Leadership Guide and the Compensation Plan Guide. These two show you all things in this business. Here's my philosophy. If you don't know it, you'll never show it. If you don't know it, you'll never grow it. So we are here to make sure you know, really the best thing in your kit is your compensation plan. So Jackie and I are just gonna talk a little bit about this. This is probably my favorite slide. So when you think about business, you work for yourself. When you're in a business for yourself, we need to have a winning mindset. And in order to have a winning mindset or a winning performance, it all begins in what you think about. What happens in your mind is what happens in reality. So we can shift it tonight. We can shift it in the morning. So I want to start with a couple of things on this picture board. When I look in the upper left corner, the future of your life, of your business, and all those in your life that you love and want to do life with is really in your hands. This business not only can save your life or save your future, it can do that for others. And when you work this business, it begins in the mind. Sometimes we roll out of bed and we just let our body go get the results. But do you take time to pause at the beginning of each day and use your mind to focus where you're going, why you're going, who you're going with, and when you're doing it? When you focus on each day, and every minute and every hour matters to your focus, and you lead with your heart. It's not a checklist. It's a heart, and it's ears, and it's listening. And you keep that focus, and you work from your heart, and you're excited, and you're driving exactly where you want to be driving. And then you got to get to work. You use your body, because when you don't do it, it won't happen. When you do it, you'll get the results. So I want to just ask Jackie. Jackie, as we know, is fairly new from being in the business out there in the field. And so she was with a company and had a good 6-year career and built to the top, as you've heard. But Jackie, just curious, Tell me a little bit about you. When you began, what was your why? But as you were more in the business, what happened to that why? And what were some of the things you were able to check off your bucket list as a result of being a young woman, a young mom in this business?
So any of you who know me already know that I really don't like to be told what to do. So when I realized that I could build a business, when I realized that there was like real income in the direct sales place, my why immediately became quitting my job and working for myself. And I kept my eyes on that prize so hard that it sort of became my sole focus. So about, it was my second company. So I've been with 2 companies. I've lived through a couple of comp plans. It was my second company about 9 months into my journey there, where I got to quit my job. So I was a real estate agent and a Jill of all trades. I was working for a lot of very demanding folks, and I needed to get out of there because it was awful. So once I did that, I was like, wait, the world is basically my oyster. And I went back to my vision board and I reworked it. And I noticed in the bottom, it was the bottom left-hand corner, I had a picture of a fully remodeled basement. And I was like, wait, I want this. So that became my full focus, save enough money to fully remodel my basement. And you guys, I did it. Um, I ended up paying an inordinate amount of cash to fully remodel my basement and make it like a place, instead of just like creepy basement. So that like became a thing that was so tangible. And once I did that, I realized, wait, I can do literally anything. Like I earned my first piece of Tiffany jewelry from my last company. And that was like, wait, I can get Tiffany jewelry? That's insane. I saw potential in myself that I hadn't seen before. I didn't know that life could be like that. So that's, I mean, the very abridged version of the journey. A couple of bucket list things. I got to take my husband to Jamaica for free, which was pretty awesome. I went on more incentive trips than I can count. I left the country. I flew all around training and coaching and teaching and becoming the person that you guys know now. And I wouldn't have done that without a kit, without trusting that I could.
So I love this. I say to all of you listening, what are those things on your bucket list? What is your why? For Jackie, picturing that day to walk in and say, I'm done. I'm out of here.
It was so good.
Right? Oh my gosh. And then being able to wake up and go, what do I do now? But she could do anything she wanted. And then be home for those babies instead of terrible daycare. Not that daycare is terrible, but it's expensive and you want to be home. Like, how are you going to not be at the bus stop? I remember a couple of pivotal points for me as well when I was running other companies, but my daughter was going to be getting on her kindergarten bus. And all I talked about was Jafra was so cool because you'd be home with your kids and have this flexible schedule. But I had to go run my other companies. And I literally said to my husband, I'm done. I'm going to be at the bus. And I'm doing Jafra full time. And I was running 3 companies that we owned. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I want to be home and I'm not missing a day at a bus stop. And it was the greatest day, her first day of kindergarten. And I remember, I look in my office and 20 years ago, the pool in my backyard was always my dream. And I did party after party and I secretly saved money. And I bought my biggest dream in my life, which I didn't get, that I cried since 8th grade because all I ever wanted was an in-ground pool in my backyard. And I look out it every day in my Zoom room. And those are dreams that can happen when you work for yourself. Why did we pause? If this was all we talked about today, the comp plan will work because you have a why. The comp plan is a recipe. It's a roadmap to get the why. What you want to do in your life, what you want to become, how you want to live, how you want to spend your time, what you want to give. Maybe you just got a giving list. But anything is possible when you focus and you work from your heart and you go take action. So think of your bucket list. For those of you who have been in Jafra, what have your bucket list already checked off because of Jafra? In the chat, if you're here with us live, we'd love to see what bucket list has Jafra helped you create and check off. For those of you live, what is your why to this business? What is your why? So begin with your mind. So we want to take you through a little bit of simplicity. This is for you, but really it's for those taking a look. I'm going to just share a couple of things. Let me move this little guy over here. So let's take a quick view. We're going to kind of boogity through this, but there's some pretty big deals that we're pretty spoiled rotten about and forget about being a big deal. So first of all, as we know with our company, are you loud and proud that we have 50% commission on your personal sales? Jack, you were in many companies. I was constantly looking at companies in my 20-year journey.
Yep.
We didn't see 50% too often, did we?
No, I actually did some research between us hanging out this morning and this meeting, and I could find 50% in 2 places, and they were with conditions. It was like conditional. It
Wow.
wasn't like ours. Yeah, it was awesome.
So if you want to know, that's your competition right there. Next, 11 to 18% on your team sales, just starting with 4. Jack, you went through 4 different comp plans in your career.
Yep.
I was a studyaholic in all the other companies, which is why I'm still here. How is that percentage compared to?
Super high. No comp plan that I experienced paid that richly. And it surely didn't pay on your own personal volume too. Like, because you can double dip your personal volume into your central branch volume, and no other place does that.
Exactly. So we have more. As you build more consultants, more leaders, there's more commission. We're going to teach you that today really quick. And there's more rewards. Jackie started talking about a few of them. Tiffany jewelry, right? So we have different Swarovski jewelry. You'll see my brain just lost it. Anyway, you'll see it in a little bit. And we've got cars, we've got trips, cash bonuses. The best part of growing a team is when you help others. There is nothing like that feeling. And Jackie, I know you're a little fresher from the field. Have you had an experience of helping other people in your team? And that's almost worth more than the value of money.
Yeah, seeing folks emerge from their chrysalis is priceless. I can think of one girl off the top of my head who was legitimately afraid of her own shadow. She refused to even consider putting her face on the internet because she was terrified of putting herself out there. And with a little cajoling from me and a little cajoling from the rest of the team, she became one of the top internet sellers in my business. She never did under $1,000, and it all came from putting her face on the internet, always. It's magical.
Love it. Love it. People's lives change because you give them the opportunity. And we don't know what they don't have in their life or what they need until they join. So let's take a spin. All right, Jack, I'm going to turn it to you to talk about what keeps Jafra's commission so simple.
Yeah. So one of the things that I really appreciate is that there's no real, like, if you do, then you get this. It is just flat and simple. Up to $399, you get 30% commission. You all already know this, right? Up to or after 400 or more, you get 50% commission. So the difference for me between a $350 order, the fact that you'll pay more for a $350 order than you will for a $400 order is bonkers. I love that. I love that we keep it super easy and super simple. I love that our kits are commissionable. You guys, nobody else does this. When you're considering building your team, when you're considering recruiting, put out there that your kit is commissionable. This isn't common in the industry, and people who know, they'll know. So knowing that you have the 4 kit options, knowing that you have a commissionable kit that allows you to get started right away, insane to me. All of this makes it so simple. Okay. So you want to, as we get into the comp plan grind, you want to build into a team. Okay. So you joined whatever kit you chose, bravo. And then you come in and you just need 4 folks to build with you to start developing your team. Okay. So it's you plus 4, the power of 5. Righto. So you also get 8 levels. Once you hit leadership, you have manager, you have 3 levels of district manager, 3 levels of district director, and ambassador. Okay. But we start with manager because as a consultant, we don't get paid on the people we sponsor. So I want all of you to maximize the pay plan immediately by going in and starting to build those 4 folks that are going to build a team with you, right? At manager, you get paid 11% on your team, including your own sales in 10. And I'm obsessed with it and I want it for everybody.
I remember when I was training Jackie on our comp plan, she was like, you mean 4 and you're paid? That's like insane. Like, it's so simple here.
It's so simple.
It's so simple. So what I want you to notice to the right, okay? We're going to just take a quick view. We'll come back to this at the end, but this is the numbers I want you to write on your paper,
Mhm.
okay? So you're going to start with those 4 consultants, but let's review how many groups, direct groups. So Chinitha's out there. She's a consultant with Vicki Hoover. Vicki Hoover is her manager. Right now, she's in that hive. But because Chinitha has already qualified to manager, she's going to break away from Vicki, who's a manager right now. Vicki's going to promote to district manager level 1, while Chinitha promotes to manager. So that means Vicki has 1 direct group out of her central branch. So let's go up the ladder, Jack. What do we got at DM2?
At DM2, you need 2 direct groups. At DM3, you need 3 direct groups. So you notice DM1, 2, 3, you need 1, 2, 3 groups. Okay. Then you hit district director. Okay, you guys, that we're going to talk about it later because there's like dresses involved, there's wardrobe. It's very exciting. But the groups that you need, it goes 5, 7, 10. Okay. I sort of think of it like you grow by 1 in district manager, and then you grow by 2 more, right, to get to 5, then 2 more to get to 7, and then 3 more to get to 10, because then we need to grow 5 more to get to ambassador.
Mhm.
And you guys, it is simple. It's so simple, it almost feels insane to say. All you need to do is to continue building groups. That's all you need to do. Replacing folks as new groups break off and become their own districts and become their own awesome little teams. You replace them in your central branch and then you push out some more. And you just keep rinsing and repeating and pushing out groups so that you're able to grow this way, but also this way, so you can get paid pretty bottomlessly at ambassador, which I think is awesome.
Exactly. So let's take a look. We're going to look at those 8 titles in just a minute, but before we get there, I love the middle of the Oreo cookie called bonuses. So let's go to 5 cash bonuses for leaders. Yes, we have 5 consultants. You can't have any of these until you start with 4 and keep adding more, as Jackie said. So we have a quarterly bonus, $500 every quarter, which is 4 times a year, which nets us $2,000. Then a new manager bonus at $1,200. Every time you promote a new manager, there's up to $600 while they're earning their new manager bonus. There's $2,000 to $5,000 for moving up each time you're a first-time move-up leader. And there's $1,000 to $2,500 every time you help someone else grow in the director program. So let's take a quick view. This is my favorite for all of you first-timers that are a first-time new manager. You will earn up to $1,200. So this here, again, you can see qualifications. You've got your 4 directly sponsored, each with 300 or more. You do 300 and 2,400 total paid retail. And the month you qualify, you're earning 11% on your sales and all of your team's sales. Okay, we'll do that math in just a minute. But when you then grow each month, so now Chinitha is qualifying this month. So her first month would be May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay. Every month that she is a leader and her team grows to this amount, it's 400 more a month, or 1 new QNC if you want to look at it that way. When that happens, okay, so she's achieving her team maintenance. She is having these sales growth happening, okay, then she is earning a $100 bonus, okay? At the end of the 6 months, if she does it every month, it doubles and she gets an additional $600 bonus, which equals $1,200. Okay, that's for the sales. Then, as there is again more growth, this happens next. And what is that? In the same month they're earning their bonus for growth in sales, you will then have, when you have one new QNC personally sponsored, each of these months, you would have these samples. One QNC, one QNC, one QNC, one QNC. So you're earning this, and then you add that. It's a this plus that. Now, for that, you can skip a month. You don't fall out. It's okay. But if you do all 6, you have so much on the table, and your team is growing past the 4. So we'll come back to commission in just a moment. So again, if you've ever earned a new manager bonus in the past, you can't re-earn it again. So this is for first time new only, okay? So I think Ashley, that just qualified in our team growers, she's first time new, so she's earning the new manager bonus. Then when your new manager is promoting you, okay, she also gets a promoting manager bonus. When you earn your new manager bonus, she earns hers when you earn yours by adding 2 new consultants. One by you, the new promoting manager minimum, one by you and one by your branch, or both by you. So you earn your bonus, she adds 2 to her team, and she's going to get a $100 bonus each month while you are, okay? That's for those of you promoting, and you can do 5 branch promotions at a time. We don't have a limit how many months. Imagine if you promoted someone every 6 months, you're always adding a $100 bonus to your income. Okay, so that's bonus 1 and 2. Let's boogie over to bonus 3 and 4. Jackie told you there's 8 titles. So manager, you saw the new manager bonus. But let's say you promote 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, 5 groups, 7 groups, 10 groups, 15. I want you to memorize those numbers, write them on your paper, right? The first time you achieve those titles, you will earn this first time bonus as well. Look at the ambassador, $5,000. Okay, you get it once. Over here, as a district director, as long as when you're a district director and you help someone else go to district director, she or he's going to get 2,000 and you're going to get 1,000. DD2, 7 groups. They're going to go 3,000. You're going to have 1,500. So they get full, you get half, because you are the reason working together that they are qualifying. It's teamwork makes it work. Now our final bonus is our quarterly. I love this bonus with all my soul. And the reason I do is not just the money. The reason I do is this is the way to district director. This is the way to rank up. This is how you level up. This is the recipe I was taught over 40 years ago, that you want to grow, you have to add 5 to your team every month. You want to explode, add 10. So the recipe hasn't changed. This recipe is every quarter when you add 6 new qualified consultants to your team that you personally sponsor, 9 by your teammates, and the total is 15 new qualified consultants, you earn $500. You do that every quarter, it's $2,000 more. That helps a basement or a swimming pool goal. Now, when we take a look, you want to do it all, and you don't want to just stop at manager, and you want to continue to grow and help others. It's 2 plus 3, the power of 5. Every single month, do not change, and watch how your commission and your title grows. So Jackie, let's explain that 11 to 18% that you love so much here.
Okay, you guys. So you have, let me explain the difference between direct and indirect consultants for a second, in case anybody is unclear. Direct are folks that you personally sponsor, okay? Someone that you bring in that signs up under your link, okay? And indirect is anyone who is signed up under any of your directs, okay? Anyone in your central branch is, they can be direct or indirect. I didn't realize at first when I was looking at this comp plan that your central branch isn't just your first level. It's not just your first people that you bring in direct. It's everybody. Okay. So as your central branch grows, the numbers are going to grow because you have all your directs and all the indirects, all the people that orbit around them too. Okay. So 11% on your central branch is everybody. It's not just the people you bring in, it's the people that they bring in and the people that they bring in before they break off and become managers of their own. Okay. And as you go up through the ranks, through the titles, you get to grow in your commission. So at a district director, you go up to 17% on that central branch. Cool, right? So that almost doubles. I mean, I'm a math brain. That almost doubles. It's like 3/4 of a pay raise just for continuing to promote out new groups, which I think is fabulous. And then at Ambassador, you get 18% of the entire central branch, you guys, not just the people you bring in, but the people that they bring in and the people that they bring in. Your central branch can be enormo. You just need to continue to replace people as groups promote out. That's it. Just continuing to work your personal business and teach your team. That's
So
it.
this is my favorite, Jackie. Got a calculator?
I got a calculator.
Okay. How much did you sell typically every month?
Between 2,000 and 4,000. So we can meet in the middle at 3.
Okay. So if you sold $3,000 a month, and by the way, she only had about 25 products. Imagine what you do here, man. I'm just saying.
And all of our products are under $25. Like we could do
Holy
better.
Hannah banana. We could have made you so rich here. So, okay, ready. So here we go. If you take $3,000 retail, as a leader, you divide your team sales or your personal sales. So you divide it by 2 to get the wholesale. So Jackie, take $3,000 divided by 2.
Well, it's 1,500, ma'am.
Okay. Now you're going to make 11% on that.
Times 0.11. $165.
So if you all have been a consultant for more than a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you added up all of your retail sales and you didn't add 4 people to your team, you left 11% on the table. So Jackie, just on her own sales, if she were to start with 4, let's just say in her past life, that was all. If she didn't, she left $165 on the table every month. Jafra is way unique in the sense that they pay you on your personal sales. So this is huge. So I always say, oh my gosh, you only need 15 people who want to make money 2 ways in Jafra. Commission on clients, more commission on their own sales, as well as helping other people join Jafra and earn their commission. I love when it hits this hour because that means summer's here, but it's never off my face. Okay, so Jack, let's go back and review. What were those 8 titles? Let's boogie through those really quick again.
Manager, district manager 1, 2, and 3, which you need 1, 2, and 3 groups. District director 1, 2, and 3, where you need 5, 7, and 10 groups. And ambassador, which you need 15.
You're gonna have those titles, DM 1, 2, 3, DD 1, 2, 3, ambassador, and those numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 15. You're gonna have memorized, okay? Because that's what this is about. So let's review again, Jack. You talked about the number of directs. Let's review those percentages and where the sweet spot is.
Great. So at a manager, you only have your central branch. So there's the 4 people with the retail ordering consultants. And you're going to notice that across the top line here, the number of consultants with retail order, it stays the same. It stays consistent throughout. Okay. So 4 folks with a retail order continues to keep you at all of your ranks. And then, okay, so moving up to DM1, you have 1 direct group that bursts out from your central branch. You get 11% on that. So you can see it super easy on the chart. Okay. At district manager 2, you have 2 directs that burst out. And you get 11% on that. And then, so an indirect branch comes. So say your district manager, your manager popped out another manager below them, and they became a district manager too. So you'd see right there that 3% that Jackie's circling, that branch that popped out of your direct, you get 3% on them. So as you continue to grow these leaders who then grow more leaders, you're continually compensated down for it. Okay. So then a brief little walk across, at just district manager 3, you're still getting that 11% on your central branch, and you're getting 11% on the direct branches that you promote. Then you get 3% on your first line indirect, and then 1% on the next level down. Like, I know 1% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add all of these pieces together, your paycheck just grows and grows and grows. Okay, hop over to district director. You get 17% on your central branch, and you're still holding tight at 11 on your directly promoted branches. But check it out, you get 3% on your second line indirect, and it keeps going from there, 1, 1, and 1, all the way down to level 5. And this isn't people that your directs are sponsoring. It's whole branches, whole groups popping off. So it's not one person that you're getting paid 1% on. It could be 15 people. It can be 500 people, right? So those groups can be enormous. Okay. Keep walking through. District Director 2 stays the same. District Director 3 stays the same. But then when you get to be an ambassador, and I believe we have ambassadors in this group, you get 18% on your central branch. Holy cow. Then you get 12% on your directs. You got a raise on them for the first time ever. Okay, your direct groups that pop out. Then you get 3.5% on your second line. And then 1% down and down and down and down and down to 15. You get paid all the way to the basement.
That
There's
you
no
built.
cap.
Basement that Jack built.
Always my basement.
I love it. I love it. What else? Let's take this
Awesome.
through one more level. Okay, we're going to do a quick pause. All right. If you have questions, put them in the chat.
I'm here for the chat.
Yep. Okay. And we'll come back at the very end. But we want to show you. We're going to do very quickly because Jack did a great job on the chart. So here's what we've got. DM1. Okay. Remember, DM1 is 1. Super simple. 1 is 1. So again, this is what I love, just to show you something. Jackie taught you about direct and indirect sponsoring. Now you're popping that group out, right? And you're going to have a direct group. So look at Miss DM1 over here. Okay. So she is here. She's making 11% on her central branch, just like she was as a manager. But now she promoted, let's just say Ashley, and that is 11% on Ashley's entire group. So that is called a central district. There's central branch, which houses all your consultants. Central district is all your direct promotions. Okay. We have beautiful pins. And now we're going to promote 2. And as Jackie said, now we start to go wide and deep. DM2s have new pins, but this means I have 2 direct promotions and I can now get paid 2 levels down. 2 across, 1, 2 down. So I can now start what we call level 2, which is my first indirect. Okay. And that's at 3%. Okay. So we do the same thing with DM3, keeping this simple. 3 groups. Okay. They're going to have a district sales goal. Central district is these 3 centrals. It's like my 3 children. Then they have great grandchildren or grandchildren, and then they have great grandchildren, right? So it's a family tree. So DM3, I house 3, I get paid 3 generations down. 1 direct, then my generation 2 indirect, and generation 3 indirect. There's those percentages Jackie talked about, wide and deep. Pro tip, you got to go wide and deep. The jewelry keeps going when you keep growing. All right. We're not going to do all of these because we keep telling you 5, 7, 10, 15. It's a math class and we love math. So you will grow your team sales. Look at this, your monthly team sales, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 75,000. This is like $1 million team. So again, you have new jewelry at each level. Just as Jackie loved her beautiful jewelry, we have it with Jafra. Here's the beauty of it. Once you hit director, all directors can go up to 5 levels deep. And Jackie said something magical. Only the ambassadors can match their square. They're hip to be square, man. If they have 17 out, they can get paid 17 generations of leaders down. Vicky Hacking is 17 wide and 9 deep. She has room in her basement. Right?
She should come look at my basement.
So, but wait, beyond the percentages, beyond everything, which is how the money grows in your garden, there's more. Jack, tell us what we've got at DD and Ambassador.
Okay, you guys. So let's talk about some really important stuff. So at District Director and Ambassador, you get the privilege of having a car program. So you can either take your car or you can take a cash payout. And you see that on the chart there. District Director 1s get 300, District Director 2s get 350, District Director 3s get 400, and Ambassadors get 600 that they can choose to take as cash instead of taking a car, which is fine. It's your life, do with it as you please. You also have the option to take life insurance, you guys. Up to $187,000 in life insurance. And if you're doing this as your job, that's really special and really important for your family and for your life. But for your family, this is super powerful. The legacy program that we have here allows you to build a business, live in it, teach your family how to do it. And then when you pass away, you get to give it to your family. And that's so huge. I actually experienced someone in my lineage going through a major loss, and then she ended up passing away, and we couldn't do anything with her team because there was no program in place to give it to her husband, to give it to her kids. So I mean, her kids were little, but her husband would have taken it. I know he would have. And we couldn't do that. And this program allows you to give what you've built to pay it forward, which, like, come on, it's late and I'm weepy, but it's awesome.
And Tilly's going to be your girl, right?
Tilly's going to take care of business.
I love it. And you know, it's beautiful. We just had, I'm just going to share a quick story. Beatrice Waivoda, who was my upline when I was in the field, passed away. And her daughter, Natalie, I coach her every Monday now. I'm teaching her the business, and she's earning Hawaii. So she's only been in the business really for 2 months, and she is committed to keeping her mom's legacy, but growing it even bigger. And I can't say there's a better gift I've ever dreamt that Jafra would give any of you. The people you work for sometimes live right under your rooftop, and some of them move out. I hope so as they get older. But at the end of the day, giving them a life insurance policy, but a business that carries forward for their children as well. How cool is that in a legacy? So Jack, let's just take a look. We did it because I know Jackie loves math. So I wanted to just show on the right side, we don't have to do a lot with this slide, but there's some ladies in different colored dresses. Jack, what are those dresses about?
So red is apparently the district director color. And I learned this at my very first event when Lady in Red started playing. It was very like prom mood, but there was this like shower of red roses, and it was just so glorious. And they get to do like red wardrobe. She was wearing this like tight red pantsuit that was like so good. You can wear whatever you want, but red is their signature color, which is like awesome. And then gold, those gals in gold are all the ambassadors. You get to like rep with your clothes. I think that's cute.
It's beautiful. When you go to National Convention in July, you will see the ladies in red and gentlemen, the ladies and gentlemen in gold. And it's an aspiration is what that is. I know some of you out there, Miss Helen Wells, you're one step away. Pat Clover, you're coming right behind her. So that is a part of the why, to be able to be on stage in a red dress, but it's really who you look out at in the audience. It takes an entire team. So when you look over here and you see this is what your team will do in sales every month, it's you plus 15. Many of you, we have Tunitha out here. She's in branch qualifications. She's already at over $3,500 in sales as a team. She's just qualifying to manager. And look, the sales of each branch in a district to be a DD2. They're already, her team's doing the volume of what each team would do for a district director level. So we make it actually everybody doing sales and growing new consultants is truly what this business is. So Jack, let's go back to your map. I think you did a really good review. Let's just show them this chart as an overview.
So remember that you go wide and you go deep, okay? That's what I want you to remember. As you're recruiting folks, you're having your directs learn to recruit too. It's very monkey see, monkey do, friends. If you are selling and sponsoring, they're selling and sponsoring because you learn from your leader, right? And then at the bottom, you see all of your car allowance program, you see your life insurance, you see all of the things, trips, conferences, training, recognition, all across the board. But you can see just very simply on the chart how it lays out. I know that looking at this without learning eyes, you'd be like, whoa, what is this? But as you learn all the pieces, it's very simple and it makes it easy to talk through with people who don't know, right?
Excellent. So we want to wrap this up to help you think. It goes back to maybe money isn't a motivator, but I don't know about you, Jack. I can't get a lot without money.
I love money. Sorry, guys.
Me too. I've always had a why. I've had a why of lots of things I want to do, lots of things I want to have, and a great big bucket list of what I've always wanted to give. And I've always wanted to be Oprah, right? Look under your chair, there's a car. So we invite you to take a look because it's a choice, it's a mindset, and it is your why. And money can change your bucket list experiences for you and those you love. So if you're here as a consultant, you're only earning money on the hard works of your own labor. There's no interest to your money. You don't have it in a bank. Bank is people. People grow because they're interested in you and they're interested in a business. So as a consultant, this is your bank. The doors aren't open for anybody else. There's no one there. So you're making 0% on anyone else's efforts. Every business has employees and they're making money on those efforts, right? When you go to the standard bank, bank two, you start with 4, you add more. You're now earning 11% more on your own purchases with Jafra, 11% on all of those direct and indirect consultants the rest of their life. Lupe, you're out there beautiful and young. And my friend, you have years and years and years of every consultant you sponsor, every product that those consultants buy the rest of their life out of 400 that they sell to their clients the rest of their life, you're making 11% 24/7. Because that's our way to say thank you. Thank you, Lupe, for inviting other people to Jafra. That's what we do. You are our advertising. But wait, you could be Vicky Hacking Bank over here in the corner. And this bank that you see here is the City National Bank. Vicky has leaders all over the nation, hundreds of them. She actually, in her lineage, has over half of the United States of leaders between Jackie P and Jackie G. Half are in her district downline, 9 generations down. This is full of people, and that's 18%. And I'm like, Jackie, that's almost double, and that's a smart investment. Put your money into people. Get paid well for what you invest in, which is others. So we take you to our closing of what are the skills you need to become an ambassador, to impact your performance. You can look at some of these words on the screen. Leadership is so many things. It's being committed, it's coaching, it's changing vision, it's having goals, it's developing your skills. What skills do you want to impact, to grow, not just from manager, but why not? Focus on more and call yourself an ambassador. Well, we're going to end with an activity. So we need you all to take your paper out and we want you to have 3 segments, okay? There's the queen bees. We'll call them the power girls and the empower me peeps. And we want you to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be the best leader, you're building your hive. Who are the queen bees and the busy bees that are going to be in your hive? Someone invited you, and it could have been one of the best gifts you've ever been given. Jackie and I changed our children's lives, our families' lives, and ourselves. It's priceless what this has done for us emotionally, personally, financially, professionally. For many of you out there, our Helen Wells, our leaders, our Pat Clovers, they could probably tell a story for an hour on what's happened. So let's pause and think about, the average person has 1,000 people in that phone somewhere. So guess what? Think about 5 people very quickly that we'll call them queen bees. They love our products. They want to be the queen bee. They want to have it all. They want to buy it all. They love beauty. They love Jeffra products. Who are your product fans, your queen bees? List 5 people, don't judge them, that you could invite today to your hive. Come up with 5. Next, we're going to go to the middle group. We'll call them the power girls. They are the beauty enthusiasts. We know if they did this, they'd be so great at it. They've got enthusiasm. They're power hitters in their life. They're great at everything they do. They'd be great on your team. Like, you want to work with them. They just have that magical power and joy. We all know some of them. Write them down. Maybe you don't have them in your phone and they work at the local store that you go to and buy your favorite shoes every month. Who is it? Maybe she's working over there at the Starbucks and you just dig her. You love her eyelashes and her eyeliner. Great. You know she'd be great. The last is people who might connect you to other people. We heard this, contacting the chamber, the schools, the colleges, people you know. Or maybe they're in a business and they want to build a bigger business. Who do you know that can connect you to more people? They own a business, they know more people. Write them down and ask them to be your people connector. Ask them to help you build businesses all over your backyards, all over the nation, like Vicky Hacking at the National Bank. Remember, as you invite them, we do the training for you. You don't have to fear, I'm scared, I don't know what to do. We have all of our training at Jaffa University and in our onboarding center, and you have some of the most fabulous leaders right alongside you. Work with them. As you make your list and you go, I don't know what to say. Do you know we have a tool in Jaffa Biz called the Virtual Conversation Guide? It's everything. It shows you what to say to them, whether you're on Zoom, on a phone call, in person, how to pack your bags if you are going in person or you want to have things with you to share live, how to share your story, how to talk about Jafra, and how to close the hardest part, right? And then, even as you're doing those dialogue calls, on the back cover, which I always think the back cover is the best real estate, is it's what to say about Jafra and how to overcome any objections. So we have a tool to help you. So we love to do just a couple of things. Jackie, just curious, in the time you were in Jafra and the time that you've been in other companies, what were some of the things you heard people say about either starting the business or starting in leadership?
Oh, my favorite. Well, what do I get? What's in it for me? What do I get? What do I get when I do that? What do I get when I promote to a leader? Or what do I get when I sponsor? That's my favorite.
So, you know what I love about that is, here's the difference. If you want to work on adrenaline, you'll always be chasing a gift. If you work on discipline and you run a business, think if McDonald's was, just running on a quick incentive. The key is you want to have habits. You must work consistently at IPAs, income producing activities, which is selling, parties, sponsoring, and developing leaders. Those and client service, right? Building social media and clientele and prospecting, those are the habits. So that you don't have ups and downs. The trip is over. Uh-oh, now what? I'll come back next year when the trip happens. This is called consistency. What's another one, Jack? Let's pick one more.
I guess I'll try.
Okay. So if you're like, yeah, sure, I'll join the team growers, the district builders. I'll give it a try. Let me give management a try. Whoa. Without a specific goal or motive, that's a mind shift, right? When you have a mindset and you focus and you say, I'm going to do this. I am going to be a district director. I am going to earn Hawaii. Ask Helen, ask Pat out there. They said, I'm going to earn Hawaii. And they worked from their heart and they went to work with their body, like we said in the beginning. The why is the engine. They want to be with their friends in Hawaii. They want to make themselves proud. They want to grow their business. So we love this slide because if you've ever said, let's see what happens today. Maybe it's God's will. Let's see. You know, I couldn't do it today. I don't know. I just had a really bad day. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel motivated. You can't lead by that. Look at the discipline. You take ownership. You're accountable for your results. You work based on a plan, priorities. You set actions and you do it. You are convicted to help others and help yourself get where you belong. So we challenge you to succeed with discipline. Jack, what's that dictionary definition of success?
The result of hard work, patience, and learning put into practice every day.
And it is. It's called daily practice. We celebrate all of you and all that you're sharing. We're hearing some great wins out here from our consultants, our future leaders, our future directors. Remember, start with the first step and let your vision be your guide. We thank you for joining us live today, and we challenge you to look at where you're really going. Dig deep into your why. Thank you so much.